Hello, everyone. Happy afternoon. Happy Wednesday. Perfect timing, 1 o'clock on a Wednesday. If you're from the Midwest, specifically Minnesota, all of our sirens are going off. First Wednesday of the month is always storm siren testing. So the dogs are howling, the sirens are going. My daughter's trying to sleep. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. As always, let me know how volume is. It looks good from my perspective. I have a new mic, so I think we used it one other time for stream. Um, but I love it so far. It's super noise canceling. I've never had I can just have my speakers on and I don't need headphones and it doesn't pick up everything in the background. So lovely microphone. Huge fan. What else? We are playing some more Secret of the Old Clock today, but I did get an update from, and I'm happy to share this with you guys if anyone else is having issues. I got an update from Steam for Nancy Drew games and why they're not working lately. Hold on. I feel like I'm so itty bitty right now. Let me. Where's my. There we go. I felt like I was like peeking over the top of the screen at you guys. No, they did email me. I just sent them like an email to, be like, hey, they're not working. Not sure if you're aware of this, but I am, and it's causing issues. But they did email me back. Let me pull it up and see what it said. The only thing with this mic is I have to keep it like uber close to my mouth so that it doesn't cut out. I think that's an issue that we had last time. Let me go to my Chickwood email. And they said they sent me like a really like whoever sent me this from tech support. Wait a second. Who did I email? Oh no, I emailed Her Interactive. I thought it was Steam. I thought I reported it through there. Anyways, they said that you can update your computer, you can update your drivers, delete the DLL file. I haven't done any of this yet. I'm just relaying what they said. And that should help. So I'll try those, and hopefully we can play a newer game next time. Nothing wrong with the older ones. I just really want to play Alibi and Ashes with you guys. Anywho, happy Pride Month. By the way, it's Pride Month. It's June. I just finished the cutest LGBTQ plus friendly book called The Honey Witch. It's very like cottagecore. It was exactly what I needed it to be. I would give it like a 3 out of 5. In a good way. Like that's all it needed to be was a 3 out of 5. It's not going to change your life, but it was just a really fun read, really cozy. Kind of a convenient plot in some parts, but I'm not complaining. It was a fun read. So The Honey Witch, LGBTQ plus friendly book, if anyone's looking to like, read on theme literature for the month or anything, highly recommend it. I got it from my library. I don't know how much it cost. It's not on Kindle Unlimited, and I know a lot of people are moving away from Kindle Unlimited, so I just got it through my library. If you don't have a library card in the US, you should get one. You can easily link it through an app called Libby on your phone, and that's where I just check out all my books from. Super easy. I can send them right to my Kindle and read them on there. It's one of those things that makes me so happy to be alive in this timeline. The simplicity of that, as someone that's been going to the library since I was like old enough to read, just being able to do it all from my phone and send it to my Kindle feels like magic to me. It is magic to me. So, good book if you're looking for a good read. What else am I reading? I think I just started Quicksilver, and like literally only got through like the first few pages so far just to give it a feel. I'm still like kind of in a Dramione fan fiction that's just like ages long. So I'm taking breaks and reading other books in between. Not the best way to read, but it's how I read. Yeah. I also, sorry for missing a couple streams there. Last night, just so I could stream today, I was working until like 10:30 at night after my daughter went to bed because really, like, I was talking to my friends about this yesterday. I have 2 other friends from high school that have babies around my kids' age, and it's just fun to like go through all of that together with them. But I was talking, I was like, I thought I'd have way more downtime as a parent. And like, I still have me time. I still have plenty of time to like indulge in my hobbies and, you know, feel like myself. So it doesn't like take away from that. I think my need for it has just lessened though. But I was like, I thought I'd have so much time. Like, I thought babies just entertain themselves. You know, you could just do what you need to do and work during the day. No, 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 no. So that's why I'm here right now. She's napping. This is typically my work time. I did not get to streaming last week because that was like the busiest I've ever been. With like brand deals and stuff, which has been, I just feel so lucky. I'm to the point where I'm starting to make like a pretty consistent income from it, and it's amazing because I get to do it while I'm home with my baby, and my husband works hybrid, and it's just a very lucky place to be. So thank you if you've followed me for a long time and supported that. I just really appreciate that. Um yeah, it's like a pinch me kind of position to be in. But yeah, last week it was just I had like 3 deals within a week to get on top of, and when I have like 2 hours of nap time to typically get it done in, and then after she goes to sleep at like 8 o'clock at night, I usually get a little bit more time, but I do have to squeeze it in. So also, I'll wait till more people are in here. Maybe I have an idea to run past you guys for potential stream this weekend. I got invited to stream for Wholesome Direct that takes place this Sunday. I think it's at like 11 a.m. my time. So like 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Western. That sounds right. The times might be wrong, but I think when I like thought about it, I'd be going live at like 10:30 a.m. So we can talk about it some more later. But just something that I think I might do. They sent me like a whole like streaming kit for it and stuff, and it's not like paid or anything. It's just they reached out to me for it, so I thought that was kind of cool. I'm going to be watching it anyways. I think it'd be a fun chance to do it with other similar gamers who are looking forward to some of the games coming out. Speaking of some of the games coming out, Tales of the Shire. Tales of the Shire I officially pre-ordered. I haven't pre-ordered a game since I think Tomb Raider came out. No, that's a lie. I pre-ordered Hogwarts Legacy. That one I took I took a vacation, 3 days off, 2 days? I think I took 2 days of vacation from work for that one back when I was still working. Totally worth it. Those were like the best 2 days of my life. That was so good. So yeah, I did pre-order that one, but I haven't pre-ordered a game since then. I pre-ordered Tales of the Shire, and this is the first cozy game in a while that I'm like really itching to play. I think I don't want to say it got oversaturated because I think we're kind of like branching out, but sometimes it just feels like there's so many games and they don't quite like grasp me in the way I need a game to. Sometimes I don't mind like just like a chill little game, enjoy myself for a couple hours and then I'm done with it. But I want like an Animal Crossing to like pour my entire existence into. Like, you have to pry my Switch out of my hands. I got the Switch edition. I was debating getting PC or Switch, but they came out with that really cool I Am 8-Bit edition with like a really pretty sleeve. It comes with a map. It comes with like, you know, cute little pre-order things. I think it was like $40. So I got it. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and this is like the perfect game for me. So I was like, yep, that is a game I pre-order. Yeah, very excited about that. Let's go ahead and let's get into the game. I have to remember, I think I have to grab my... It works perfectly now. I wasn't able to go off screen as well last time, I don't think. So let's get into it. Okay, so we are playing Nancy Drew, Secret of the Old Clock, based on the first 3 books in the original Nancy Drew series. I think I read through like 36 or something. There was a summer, speaking of libraries, hold on. I need my handy dandy notebook. Speaking of going to the library, that was like, I would ride my bike down to our school's public library. It was like 8 blocks from my house that I grew up at in my teeny tiny little town. I would ride my bike with like a Walmart sack, like a plastic sack, and check out a bunch of books and then put them in that sack and hang it on my like handle and just bike home. I would get like 3 Nancy Drew books at a time and just read all summer. I read all summer. I would always do like the reading programs that libraries have. I would get like all little prize incentives that they'd have for you. I loved reading as a kid. I still love reading as an adult. It's just sometimes a harder thing to sink into, I think, unfortunately. Where did we leave off? Let's go through our checklist. So, get 5 toys. Does this mean we have to play golf some more? Because I think like those horses would count as toys. And I think we have 1. And take them to Mrs. O'Shea at the orphanage. So she'll give me the raffle tickets Miss Jakowski asked for. There's a lot of little like fetch quests in this game. And I know that they're totally like relying on the structure of the travel in this game because of that. But it does knock some points off this game for me. Which isn't saying a lot. If you're new, I love the Nancy Drew games. I've played all of them multiple times, except for number 2. And I have favorites. I've played them so much that I just feel like I can pick on them a little bit. But I recommend all of them except for like probably like 3. So yeah, okay, figure out what to do with the mirrors I found in those old clocks. I think we are kind of onto that already. Find out what the receipt I found blowing around outside is for. What happens if you don't catch that? I should have like, it blew past us and you had to like quickly click it on screen. What happens if you don't? Do you just have to like find it later on? I've never not caught it, I don't think. Walk over to Josiah Crowley's old house. Meet this Richard. I think I did that.
I'm finished with. Can't check that
Nope.
off yet.
Can't check that off yet. Figure out what to do with the mirrors.
Can't check that
Nope.
off
Okay.
yet.
So we are kind of backed into this. Let's go play some golf. That's a good way to start out. I do kind of like the golfing minigame. Ooh, I should have eaten something. I got, if anyone's an Aldi shopper, I'm an Aldi girl. It's like my grocery TJ Maxx. I love like the Aldi Finds aisle. I get some of the, for it being like, I live in a pretty small town. I mean, we have like Walmart and like a couple other grocery store small chains, I'd say. So it's like it's a rural big town is what I would call it. But I love Aldi because I feel like we don't have Trader Joe's. We don't have Whole Foods. We don't have like those trendy grocery store chains that everyone goes to and finds like the coolest foods at. And I'm so jealous. And my aunt has one near her and she's always bringing me like these really nice grocery things from there. I love finding new things at the grocery store. Aldi is that for me now. Now that our town has one, we've had it for a while. First of all, I still save so much money shopping there, but they have, what is it, a peach chipotle salsa that's a limited edition right now. If you live where I live, don't go get it because I want all of it. But if you go to a different Aldi, feel free to go get it. It's the best salsa I think I've ever had. I need to learn how to like recreate it because it's limited edition. And I need more of it. So here's the thing is, okay, we need to golf well enough each time to be able to earn enough toys. And we currently have 1 horse. Boop, boop. Such a fun animation. I know last time on Anya, if you're here, I think someone said that this was like potentially the last Nancy Drew game that they were gonna make. And then they like went into a whole new era with it. You can totally tell that they kind of gave it their all with some of the animations and like details and stuff in this. So that is kind of a fun little thing to notice. I am still trucking so strong with my lemon water. Whoever told me to add cucumbers last time changed my life. I've never been so hydrated. I'm going to the bathroom all the time. I get these like, I had to get another one because my other one broke because I used it so much. It was like, I think I only had it for like a month. I need like a nice glass one of these. They're like $2 from Walmart. I just keep like filling my, see, I have my lemons in there. You see my little cucumbers in there. I use my Owala as like a canteen now to refill, or like a thermos to just keep my water cold and keep refilling it all day. If you are not putting lemon and cucumbers in your water and you aren't drinking enough water, do it. It tastes so fresh. I keep telling myself it's full of vitamins. It's probably like pretty minuscule, but it's better than juice. It's better than pop. It's better soda, whatever you call it, Coke, whatever you call it. It's healthy for you. It's so good. It's all I drink. That's like my fancy drink now, it feels like. Okay, let's get to it. The only issue with this is you get so limited in how far you can go because of the edge of the screen. And that does kind of tick me off. I don't think we need to go that far. Oh, dear. Do I restart? No. Come on. Okay, par was 5, though. They were ready for me. Okay, let's really try and crank this one. Is this okay? If this little thing here is actually angled, I think we can. This is bringing me back to Golf with Friends. My cousins and I play it so often, but it's so the mechanics are so frustrating. We just get so angry the whole time. That could have been a better shot.
I hit it too hard.
No, we didn't. Let me know how game volume is. I think I haven't changed much. Actually, I can probably turn it up a little. There we go. If it's too loud, just let me know. Okay, there we go. I was like, why can I only... We're going to do that to be able to hit it farther. Let's see. Okay, okay. We could be doing better, but we're not doing awful. Oops, I accidentally clicked too far. No! Okay, you know what? That's fine. I always forget what's the right one to do, though. I'll take it. Oh, I don't think it was the right one. Oh, please, come on. That's not far enough, is it? Lame. Too far. Hold on, I just need... Okay, I click back... Oh? Anyone in 9 on that one? Oh, gosh. Anyone into, like, IRL golfing? That's something I always tell my husband. I'm like, we should totally get into it. Okay, this is a real good lineup, I think. No! No, 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 no. We are just gonna... You didn't get a notification? Oh, no. Hi, Anya. I was just like, Anya, if you're here, what did I even say? I even like did the whole Happy Pride Month at the beginning and everything. Why? I wonder why notifications aren't going out. It should be all set, right? Maybe it's like an update thing that needs to happen. How annoying. But yeah, we're live. Hi, Anya. We are just sucking it up at golf right now. What's new? Okay. Oh, I forgot that this one just goes on forever. That's right. Oh, ooh. Well, do you have to finish it or can you like... I already didn't get the par for it, so we're not going to get the horse. I knew that one was going to go in if it bounced. How is this one so long?
Missed it.
Done with my first year of uni. I passed both of my exams. Congratulations. That's really exciting news. 1 year done. How many do you have? Do you have to do a 4-year program for teaching in Norway? Let me get my Blanky on our AC just clicked on. You guys, it's been the smokiest of smoky smoke in Minnesota. It's 5 years. Ooh. Honestly, I you should take 5. I am happy I had an extra year between me and actual teaching just so I could like mature a little bit, honestly. Um there was I can like point to like specific things between like year 4 and year 5 where I was like, oh, I grew from this and this and this, and I'm so happy I waited. So it's good that it's 5 years there. I think it should be a 5-year program anyways, but that's so exciting. Congrats. So now summer, are you just like off for the summer? And if so, what are you up to? It's officially summer. I think Memorial Day / start of Pride Month is summer vibe. So I was saying I just read like it was the cutest little LGBTQ plus themed book called The Honey Witch. It was so cute. It was so cute. It was a 3 out of 5, but like I said, that's all it needed to be. I didn't need it to be. I am just not starting again until the middle of August. Congratulations. Enjoy. I'm looking forward to more content on your other Instagram. If you're looking to add more to it over the summer. I'm just rotting at home doing my crafts. That's literally the best way to spend summer. I'm so happy for you. Oh, to be on summer vacation. Ugh, like a true summer vacation where it's like no job, just vibing, rotting all summer. I haven't had that since I was like, no, when I was teaching, I did have it. And I will say, just because of the state of teaching at the time, I would just kind of spend all summer anxious until the school year started again. So I feel like I never like super enjoyed. Hi, Rachel. Welcome in. How are you faring with the smoke over there? It's been so bad here. My throat's sore, and I don't know if maybe I'm sick because we were out and about this last weekend, or if it's just side effects from the Canadian wildfires. What are they? They're in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, I believe, and they're so bad. This is like the 5th summer in a row we've had this happen. I have no childhood memories of this. I was talking to my, you should, Anya. You definitely should. I was talking to my husband. I called him that because I had a dream last night that I would like we weren't actually married and we were having a wedding, but I had no plans in place for a wedding. That's where that came from. I haven't called him my fiance since we've been married, basically. Yeah, he's back to fiance status now. Husband. It was a crazy dream last night. I've been like stressed about it all morning. Like I didn't have hair and makeup. I didn't have caterers. I didn't have this. I was like getting friends to like cook meats and stuff to like serve it was awful. I woke up so stressed. But no, I was asking him, I was like, do you have any like memories of summers like this? I remember like the first one had happened was like maybe 10 years ago. And like the sun was like a weird orange color. It was casting weird sunspots all over. Like inside of our house was like glowing orange from it. And it's from the smoke from these fires. And it's just kind of gotten progressively worse each year. And this like it's been pretty constant last summer and this summer now. Where I think this is like the second week we've kind of had to stay inside. Yeah, we're doing basically the same thing, Rachel, where we just close windows, have the AC on if it's hot, which is lame because I've been loving having windows open. I've been so ready. It's toddler girl summer in our house. So I got like the little splash pad blow up thing from Aldi. It was like $12 there. I got like all these like cute little summer toys and stuff. I'm so ready to go to like the splash pads in town and the little pools and stuff that they have, and we're just kind of stuck inside. I'm not going to expose her or me or my husband to that. My husband, I'm going to tell him about this later. He's going to be like, what the hell? Posted what I had to make for, oh yeah, I'll check it out at the end of stream if you want me to show it on stream. If you don't, no biggie. I'll just peek at it myself. But remember when I was younger, almost 22. Yeah. I think like so maybe like 10 years ago was the first time I ever remembered it happening. Otherwise, like summers were just summer, hot and humid Minnesota. All right, yeah. If you want me to show it, I would be super happy to show it off. I saw the notification from it, so I gotta post in there more. It's like another baby I need to nurture. Speaking of babies I need to nurture, I need to get golfing. We need 5 toys for the orphanage.
Looks like I'm supposed to put my scorecard in here
Yeah,
when I'm done.
you do it. Okay. There. We are gonna go poor, trying to make par.
It looks like the ball and putter go here.
Didn't realize I had to do it all myself. There we go. Nope, I think I was like 18 or something the first summer it happened. You guys, I have unofficial Nancy Drew merch. I found it in the wild at TJ Maxx. I haven't been to like a physical TJ Maxx. I love ordering online, but I haven't been to a physical TJ Maxx in a sad amount of time because that's my store. I used to work at a TJ Maxx. I used that discount like it was my full-time job, but oh, in the wild. So, it is, sorry, I forget I have to talk close to this mic. It's a Van Gogh painting. It's the flower painting. I don't know what it's called. I'm not going to pretend that I'm that level of art historian. I'm not. I know very little about art. But, maybe hard to see. It's the painting from Danger by Design that you have to like help counterfeit in the park and you paint it like 1,000,000 times for money. I found it and I was like, this has to come. This has to come home with me. It's mine forever. They had like 2 Van Gogh themed shirts there. So yeah, this is one. It's like the outline. So I love that it looks like it needs to be colored in just like in the game. Very exciting find. Okay, are we good to go golfing again? Yes. So I like specifically washed it last night just so I could wear it for today's stream. Sorry, I'm so focused. Okay, we can do this one in 2. Sunflowers. Thank you. And it made me realize that game probably needs like 2 or 3 more paintings for you to do because the 2 that you get excuse me, I swallowed wrong. Get a little redundant after a while, but so yeah, it's just a Van Gogh shirt, but I consider it a Nancy Drew shirt. If you know, you know. It's, you know, you gotta be in. This is such a cute. I never like stopped to notice how cute this little this hole on the golf course is, the little fairy or fantasy fairway. Okay, not bad. I'm gonna really send it on. Oh, it just stinks because if I hit it too far off. Okay. Also, unfortunately, my cousin Caleb. Oops, I zoomed. My cousin Caleb can no longer be here with us during streams on. Oh, did I read Nancy Drew as a kid on TikTok? Yes, I did. Sorry, I didn't see your message until right now. Yes, I was just talking a little bit ago about how I always used to like ride my bike with a little like plastic Walmart bag down to our library and check out like 3 books at a time from the series. I had like a printout of the Wikipedia page on the bulletin board in my room, and I would cross off the books as I went. So I don't have a huge memory of like each of the books specifically, but Secret of the Old Clock does always stick out to me. And then the second one where there's like the counterfeit, you know, people in the cave. Spoiler alert. I really swallowed wrong on that one. So yes, I read the books as a kid. I played the games as a kid. I didn't really get into the movies as much. I know what the most recent one I think that would have come out for me would have been the Emma Roberts one. Oh, that wasn't bad. That wasn't okay, guys. I think we got it this time. Okay, that should have been 3. Oh, we're killing it. 9 and the par is 30 for the course. We're killing it right now. We gotta save our strokes for the we get the special animation. I still highly recommend the books. I think there's just such fun, like, easy reads. Hi! Okay, I want to make sure I'm saying your name right. It's either Ika Ray Live or I Care Live. Do you have to win the golf? Yeah. Yep, unfortunately. So that's what we're trying to do right now. It's not too hard. But you have to win it first to be able to figure out what the prize is if you win. And now I'm pretty sure I'm doing this right. You have to win 5 toys for the orphanage in town so that you can get access to another thing that you need for a quest. So we do have to win, unfortunately. Like, a lot of times. Oh gosh. Okay, here we go. Let me. No. Okay. Ikaray. Okay, Ikaray. Gotcha. Don't fly too close to the sun. Haha. Sorry. Terrible joke. Oh, you can go to the toy. Rachel, you maybe just saved me some time. But the question is do I want to spend all that money? Okay. We are kind of killing it so far. Not to toot my own horn and jinx myself. This is the free toy way. And honestly, I don't love doing... Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I don't love the... I
hit it too
Oh, come on. That was so close. Just keep bouncing. You got this. Cruel. And now we're like too far from like... come on.
Hooray!
23. I should golf in real life if I'm this good. It's got to translate to the IRL course. No, our town has one of those like country clubs where it's do we have to put our scorecard? Yes. I almost put it back. That would have been tragic. Wait a second. So where is the toy vending machine again? I thought it was like over here. Feel free to let me know if you know. So we got 1 so far. No, we have 2. I think we can do this 3 more times.
Without a scorecard.
Technically, it's not the free way because you have to spend 10 cents each time. But like I said, I'd much rather do this, I think, than crash into potholes around town. It's at the general store. Is it? I don't know if I ever played that way then. I don't know if I ever knew that. I don't know if I've ever, like... Maybe we'll try it for the last one just to see, because I would like to see how that works. All right, here we go. Part 2. Also, since there's more people here, I got invited to stream for Wholesome Direct. It's not like paid or anything. It's just, you know, it would just be an additional stream from me, essentially. But I figured I would run it past you guys. If you guys are interested in watching it and would like me to stream it, I am so open to do that. It'd be on Sunday at 10:30 my time is when I would probably start streaming. I think it goes live at 11 o'clock Central Time for me. And it's basically like a cozy game E3, if anyone remembers when E3 was a thing. It's like the Nintendo Direct. They just go through all the different cozy games that are coming out, you know, in the next year or so. And a lot of like creators that, if you follow Cozy Gamers on TikTok, a lot of creators from there are typically like a part of the presenting and stuff. So I'm super happy to go live. I think it'd be fun. My husband was super excited when I told him about it. So he's like, of course, I'll watch Freya the whole time and you have fun and stream. So I'll have time to. It's on a Sunday. It's a really easy day for me to be able to stream and put aside that time for. AM. It'd be 10:30 a.m. my time. So it would be like mid-afternoon for you, I think it'd be like 3, 4 o'clock is when it'd be live. For you, Anya. Speed run. You never do the golf, of course. Golf course. It's wild. I need to do a Nancy Drew speed run sometimes. That's my goal, is to get good enough at these games to just be able to speed run them. Uh-oh. That's not how we get good at speed running. A la Arglefrump, if I'm saying his.
I hit it too hard.
One of like the big Nancy Drew. He doesn't stream. I think he's done some streaming, but he just does like a lot of nostalgic games and mainly Nancy Drew games is what he's known for. He's like one of the bigger YouTubers, I think I'd say, in the Nancy. Anya will watch. Perfect. As long as there's someone here to watch with me, I am happy to do it. Like I said, I want to do it anyways. I can come up here with my coffee and probably in my jammies still. Nah. I say jammies very loosely because I am in pajamas basically all the time. I'm a stay-at-home mom and I make content. I change from my actual pajamas to cuter pajamas when I film content. That's my life. It's amazing. I love it. I love it here. I know it's not going to last forever, so I'm enjoying it while it does. Too far? No, we're perfect. Yes. Okay, and last hole. Oh, that sounds fun then. We will do that. I'll plan to do that on Sunday. I'll put it on my Instagram story and whatnot. I should really start just like putting a schedule out on Twitch, since we do have kind of a regular schedule. I was more so thinking to just be like whenever I was available and felt like it and my baby allowed me, I would stream, but there we go. No. Too far. Wrong way. Oh, F. Oh, frick. We're to the point where we're just trying not to swear as much. My daughter is starting to copy everything we do, which is so adorable and terrifying because we've been adults for a long time and haven't had to watch our mouths for a long time, and now we're learning that we need to. I don't want a 18-month-old that swears at grandma, so we're watching our mouths. I typically try to unstream anyways, keep it family friendly, but by 1 point. Okay, we will do it one more time, and then I want to go to the general store. Oh, I have like, you know that icky like feeling in your throat when you're like about to get sick or you're just like beginning to? Like I said, I don't know if it's from the smoke because I did accidentally have the windows open yesterday. It was raining and I was like, well, if it's raining, it knocks the smoke out of the sky, right? Or like the particles. No, it's usually the air quality is typically around 40 here, which is good. 90 is like 80, 90 is like moderate, and that's kind of where it's been. Yesterday, it was 183. We were in like the purple. It was so bad. It wasn't even just red, it was purple. And then we had a crazy storm go through the other night. We had like actually kind of almost right over our house. We had a big funnel cloud go over, and it was like a really intense storm. And I went to work out and walked home, and like it started right when I got home. It was hailing so hard. I was so worried for my flowers. They were okay. It was like pea-sized hail, probably about that big. But we were okay. Like everything was fine. The flowers all made it. Okay, I already did that. So, 'tis the season for storms in Minnesota. I didn't even grab another card yet. I didn't know you could grab that without a card. Free golf ball and club. Here we go. Okay, one more time. On the course, and then we'll go to the gem store. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. Sorry, I was just deleting a notification on my phone. I was also, is anyone else getting Tales of the Shire? I was talking about that earlier. I just don't think anyone was here. um, let me know if you got a notification too, because Anya did not, and it should be set to notifications, and I don't know why it didn't. So let me know if you have notifications turned on and did not get one. I can maybe look into that. Also, again, at the start of stream when there was like no one here, I did get an email back from Her Interactive about their Steam games not working, and I guess they like updated a bunch of their the Nancy Drew games all got an update, and so that's why they're like not compatible at the moment. But they said that you either have to like update your PC, update your drivers, or delete the DLL file in like the game files. I can show that at the end of stream if anyone else is having issues, so that you don't have to jump through the loopholes of reporting the issue. But yeah, the later games weren't working. We ran into that problem a few weeks ago when we tried to stream Alibi and Ashes. When I was visiting my BFF last week, we kept commenting on how it's supposed to rain, and while we were walking from the train station, it started hailing on us. All my things got soaked. That's like my worst fear. Like, hail is actually terrifying. That sucks. Is that like typical weather for Norway? I know like this is our time of year for storms in general. So it's not too out of the ordinary for us, but I just know weather's been crazy in the last like 5 years in general. I got one. I was just still rotting in bed. Good for you. Sorry I made you stop. Not hailing, like rain, sure, but hailing, yeah. We've gotten more hail in the last 2 years than like I've gotten in my whole life. And like some of it's like crazy big hail too, like big like things like this we've seen. So is what it is. The only, obviously it's, you know, climate change, things are changing, da-da-da. I'm just kind of living with the reality of stuff. But the only positive for us, which means it's probably a negative for other people. Oh, frick. There we go. Is we actually have a spring now. For the first time since I've lived in Minnesota my entire life, it's typically just been like miserable winter, like through March, April, even May sometimes. It's not uncommon for it to snow in May. It just went from being like miserable winter, blizzards in April to like instantly summer, like around like May 10th or so, I think is when our May 11th is our last frost, usually around Mother's Day. And now we get springs like the last 3 years or so. We've had like a true, it gets nice in like February, March. It was 70 degrees in February last year, so scary to wonder why, but I'll enjoy the benefits as they come. My plants have survived in the ground, because typically you have to like watch out planting them early because they can get hit by a frost and die. We had like one threat, but it turned out mine all survived. So yay for me. Uh-oh. No.
I hit it too hard.
Get over there. There we go. That happened. One of the streamers I watch, she's been struggling getting solder around. Yep. So it sounds like a pretty easy fix. I have not tried it yet, so I can't say that one should have gone in. Come on.
I did it.
Yeah, we tried to watch or play Alibi and Ashes, and it just would not work. So they do have a fix. Like I said, I can share it at the end of stream too. If you're having issues. Luckily, it actually let me play the newer games because my computer would just flash the whole game. It was miserable. Oh, ew. That would just be, yeah, that is not a fun way to play. I would have such a headache. Ooh, I like the color of this horse. She's cute. Okay, so we have 4 horses. Let's go to the general store and check out this toy vending machine. I don't think I've ever seen it before. I'm about to find out. I was stubborn and played anyways. Relatable. There's so many things I've just, when you have that intense craving for a video game and it's like, I need to play this or I can't do anything else with my day, it's all I'm going to think about. I've been there. Or when it's like the one game you want to play and it's the one game that doesn't work. Endlessly frustrating. It's been constant thunderstorms and really strong wind here where I live in Germany. Oh, hi from the US. I love how international our chat streams are. And then there's Rachel and I in our cozy little Midwest. No, we've had like normal storms here for the most part. It's supposed to rain all weekend again and is what it is. It stinks because anytime it does get nice out, the air quality is so low from the fires. Actually, don't I have a map? Oh man, that's all the way over there. Okay. So we're gonna go straight, diagonal, left, left. Avoid all that mud. Ooh, there we go. Oh, hold on, I need to... Moo.
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here.
I've been here before?
A vending machine that just sells toys.
Keen. I love the lingo in this game. Okay. It's 25 cents. I mean, you're saving some money, I guess. What do they want? They want this woman to ride their horse.
I can't get the toy without putting in money first.
Ain't that nifty. Oh, that's a good sound.
5 toys, that's all I need.
That sound scratched the itch. Unlike the sounds, what is the Nancy Drew game that has the worst sounds, and why is it Treasure in a Royal Tower? I'm not asking why. We all know why. They have the craziest sounds. The alarm, the clanks when you're like doing the grate puzzle in the basement. The worst. Okay, what are we doing? So now we have enough toys. We have to go back to the orphanage, which is over this way. I just love what a world they've made out of, like, the Krollmeister being a constant thing through the games. I love that they've developed a world for Nancy Drew games to exist in.
Hi, do you have
I'm gonna
5
run
toys
into the
for me?
orphanage.
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint. You hear me? A saint.
Past few years around here, there's been very little true winter. Same.
So much.
Remember years ago, like around 2016, there was no snow until really randomly in April. Yep, a massive ice storm, and then right back to sunny weather. I remember that, like, same storm.
We don't pull hair, Alfie.
Nope, we haven't gotten snow. We've gotten cold.
Phelps print
We've
shop.
still gotten some pretty
Wonderful.
intense, like, sub-zero temperatures, but the snow, not a lot of it, which around here isn't great because it's really good for our topsoil and farming and agriculture and all that kind of stuff. I was so busy yapping.
Check.
Shocker. Go to Phelps Print Shop and pick up the raffle tickets. Okay, so we can do that now. Where is Phelps Print Shop? That's the issue, is we don't have the whole... I think it's like along this road over here. Yep.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
I hate the gas mechanic in this game. But yeah, we've had it where it's like, we get a little bit of snow, but not nearly as much. It's very similar to, like, southern winters that my friend describes to me. She lives in Alabama, where they just get, like, a dusting, and then it's, like, gone by the next day.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning.
I do love this mini game.
I bet him I could catch an 18-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. Since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I am going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and
Tragedy,
I'll go
this man
fishing
doesn't have
for
time
you.
for his hobbies.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
It's Nancy.
Better
She's
be
got
right,
this.
because you're not getting
So,
no bass
adding
fishing
to
until
our...
I get my 19-incher. You can use
Can I be
my
a pro
gear
mini
and
golfer
let
now with all that
everything out
golfing I just did?
Great. See you later.
Bass fisherman. Adding to our resume. Maybe Sunday would be a good time to like update all that stuff too. Our resume, our character list. Wait, we're oop. I clicked the wrong thing. There we go. I think we should have enough gas. Here's the thing: is the gas mechanic just gives me a constant source of anxiety. I'm constantly waiting for it to like run out on me. I don't think I've ever let it run out because I'm scared of what'll happen if it does. So I'm always filling up when there's like half a tank left. Sometimes it's just one sound in a game I love that is miserable. For example, the mousetrap sound in Trail of the Twister, the tapioca, is because it's that gross like kind of sound. Ooh. No, mine is definitely, I think everyone's is the clangs in the basement of Treasure in a Royal Tower. We usually get snow as early as October and as late as April. That's typically for us too. I wish we got more thunderstorms where I live, but my area is like valley shaped, so all of the hot spots are far from my town, which sucks because it's so humid here. It just gets trapped in that valley. Yep, we're kind of in a valley here, but it's the Midwest, so it's a slight dip. There's not a lot of elevation here. But no, that's typically we do have nice thunderstorms though, which I love. I love the moodiness of a good thunderstorm. I just made a TikTok when it was rain 2 days ago. Yesterday was kind of rainy for us too, I guess. I made one about being inside during storms and how awesome it is, so I'll probably post that when it rains again this weekend. The rest of the parfait sounds I don't mind. It's just the goopiness of like the tapioca is so yucky. What do they call them again? They call them, it starts with an F. Folly sounds? Or like if you're like a folly or something, folly artist. Foley. There we go. Foley. What a fun job to have. I feel like it's one of those like super niche jobs that would just be so creative and fun. I will never skip a video on TikTok of someone doing Foley sounds. All right, let's get to it.
Bait my hook.
Graphic tickets. I'm gonna help with the bass. Is this just trial and error? I'm going worms.
Yuck. Now I toss this in the water, and when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
Speaking of crazy sounds, that one's intense. Now here's the issue, is the program I used to...
I caught one!
Not quite.
I'm gonna throw this one back.
There's some pamphlet somewhere in game, but I don't remember. There is. I think it's at the main. It might be back at the hotel. We'll go check it out. Let's go get gas and go back to the inn, I should say. How much does it cost? How much do I have? So I'm at $2.55.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
What is
Thank
this,
you,
New
miss.
Jersey?
Anything else?
The one state where like
No, thank you.
they don't pump their own
Drive
gas?
zippily.
Which, would love that here. Who is ready for me to panic at the end of this game? I'm just thinking forward to like what the end game looks like. No spoilers, but I'm getting my practice in right now. I'll put it that way. Here, I think the pamphlet is... No, that's just pies. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, Don't want to talk to you. She would be a really good Nancy Drew cosplay. I feel like that would be... Nope. This is just the hobo language, as they call it. Not over there. Nope, that's just that. There's something upstairs. Pamphlet is pies. Both start with P. You can see where my wires cross there. I don't think it's going to be in here. I just have a really strong feeling this is not... That she does not have something about fishing in here, but
Hi,
let's check in
Nancy.
on her.
Did Josiah ever say
The girlie
anything
needs
about
support
hiding his
right now.
will somewhere?
No, but he was always hiding stuff. I know because he was always writing reminders to himself about how to find it. But whenever the subject of his will came up, he'd just say he was happy knowing we were going to be happy when he passed on. Time will tell. That's all he'd say.
This is such a greedy game. I mean, I get it. Like, from, you know, if a guy's telling you his whole life, I'm going to leave you a little inheritance, you kind of expect it. But, like, everyone's just grumbling around this whole game about how he was supposed to leave him money and they didn't, you know?
Do you have any idea
Even if
where
he-
Josiah may have hidden a
He
safe
didn't,
deposit
like,
box,
he was
Steve?
still friend.
He could have hidden it anywhere. He always said his favorite hiding place was right under people's noses.
I'll be back in a little bit.
You're the best.
Thanks. We know. All right, should we talk to...
Oh, Nancy, I'm afraid there's been more trouble.
I'm just getting my stream manager up again, so if you guys redeem anything, I hopefully don't miss it.
Trouble?
Oh,
It's Emily. Oh, this is silly. I'm her guardian. I should just make her sell this place. She's only 17, for Pete's sakes. She should be out meeting boys and going to parties, not trying to run a business.
Miss Willoughby.
all there
what
was for
happened?
girls to do back
Just
then.
go ask her and make her tell you everything.
Some people are very harsh to Emily in this game, and I'm like, she's exactly, and she's being, yeah, no, girl's going through it. I think she gives me the same, I think I said this last time we streamed, she gives me the same vibe as Kyler a little bit, where like, Nancy just gives off that aura that she's not as close with Emily as she thinks it is. Nancy kind of has mean girl energy sometime, I'm not gonna lie. And she's like, yeah, I didn't think I was that close with Kyler, and I guess I'm her maid of honor. Like, I would be devastated if I asked someone to be my maid of honor, and they're like talking crap on the phone to Ned Nickerson about me. No, I totally agree, Rachel, where she's going through it. She's upstairs in her nightgown right now, and she won't leave. It's her comfort place, her one comfort place she has. Her kitchen just burned down. She's supposed to have all this money left to her. That never happened. Her mother is gone. Nancy keeps asking her questions about it. She's a child, exactly. Also, the Great Depression is starting now. Yep. She's in her own Great Depression. The state of the world isn't helping her mental state. Nancy's extremely insensitive, stares at Saw. I can't wait to play that game with you guys. We're tearing it apart. Again, with love. Everything, I have nothing but love for the Nancy Drew games. They are one of my favorite gaming series ever. I've just played them enough that I can pick. I'm close enough with them that I can pick on them. We're close enough with these games. We can pick on them. Nancy gives ignorant, yes, rich girl, which, you know, isn't wrong. No, that's 100% part of her personality. And she also gives... I don't want to, like, this might come off as insensitive, and it's absolutely not in that way. I'm not trying to be like an armchair psychologist, but I feel like Nancy has a form of autism that just, I saw it in students. I saw it, you know, I've been around it enough to like be able to pinpoint it in certain people. And finally it clicked for me that Nancy I just don't think she understands that some of the things she asks, you know, aren't the socially acceptable thing to ask, or her she's got such a wall with emotions sometimes. I'm like, she's one of those girls that I'm like, I think we might be a little bit on the spectrum here. Smart as a whip. She's got some of the tism. I'm so sure of it. And it shows when she talks to people quite sensitively. And that's not to say people with autism are all like that. That's, you know, not a blank. And it's something Nancy does quite often. Where's Ma? And it's the fact that you can keep asking it over and over and over again. They did it on purpose. Saw is one of my favorite games, but like, girl, exactly. Like, you can't just invade people's like grief and privacy like that. It's not. She has such main character syndrome too, obviously, as our main character in the series, but okay, you always thought so too. Like I said, I'm not trying to be insensitive at all. I'm not making fun of it. It's something I'm pretty sure I've got a touch of it too. I'm definitely ADHD. That's been diagnosed, but I can be very similar. It's just an observance. Ads, BRB. I'm also going to lurk to wash my hair wash day. I will, hold on. Am I able to see that? Let's do a quick save. Just in case. Few ads, I know. Hi. Oh, thank you for the follow. Ikaray, thank you for the follow. Welcome to our little... What do we call ourselves? Are we the chicken coop? I'm going to... Hold on. I do just want to pause for ads so you guys don't miss anything juicy. Oh my gosh, this is a long ad break. Hold on here. We're going to wait for this ad break to end. And then I have a redemption that was missed. Where does it show it over here? There we go. Okay. Once the ad break's over, we have 30 seconds left on the ad. Oh, you're back. Okay. Never mind. Rachel, I didn't see that you redeemed a Birdie Bots every flavor bean. So we're going to give, for those curious, it's these ones. Here's the flavors. I'm not going to look. We're going to give it a good shake. I just blindly pick and try. Because these aren't like the bamboozled ones that have like two of the same color, but they are two different flavors. One of the same color, two different flavors. These ones are just each their own flavor. Okay. Which one do I have? I'm not going to look at... It's this pale blue. I have no idea. I've not done this often enough to remember what each one is. I have a feeling it's toothpaste, though. Soap! Yeah? But it's the way you want soap to taste. For anyone that's ever eaten bubbles before. I know we all have. We were all children. If soap tastes like that, my mom would have been so upset. I would have eaten so much of it. It's a really nice fresh flavor. No, that was good. I recommend soap jelly beans. Anyways. Thank you for the redemption, Rachel. Could have been worse. I'm not too mad about that one. We've had some real gross ones in there. No, yeah, I'll take that one. Soap is good. I also think being raised by a lawyer, she was taught to get every detail out of a case, aka person. Very good observant point. Absolutely. I just love that Nancy is such a storm of her surroundings, if that makes sense. Like, she's so specifically a lawyer's daughter. Obviously, her mom's a spy, and that was, like, made to be that way for the game, I'm pretty sure. Is that based? Was there In the books, was Nancy's mom ever referenced to being a spy? I don't remember ever like reading anything like that. Was that just made up for Silent Spy? Um, but yeah, obviously she gets a lot of her detective traits from that too, and her observancy and whatnot. But let me go back. I just need to get my screen set up again. Yeah, I don't know. But no, she's a rich white girl. She's a lawyer's daughter. She's a spy's daughter. And I don't know, that's kind of it. I was going to say Ned Nickerson's girlfriend, but that doesn't really add much to Nancy's personality. I don't think Ned affects her at all, unfortunately. The poor guy. Okay, back to our game. So, what we gotta do next is find that pamphlet. Was it over at... This is just a good chance to talk to all our characters too. I literally haven't talked to anyone yet in this game. That was the first time talking to Emily, and I'm forgetting the redhead's name. And I hope, if you're ever like, wow, Maddie's really bad with names, how was she ever a teacher? I had to study those kids' names. They would go home and I would memorize seating charts. And if they ever try to like sit outside of their seats, I'd be like, I don't know who you are anymore. For like the first week, my only assignment was just to learn 100 kids' names.
Now what?
And it was like the hardest week of my year. Lots of studying.
What do you think happened to the key to Josiah's safe deposit box?
Josiah no doubt lost it.
Need to
He had a
refill my
terrible
water.
memory, poor fellow.
Lemon cucumber water. Who recommended the cucumbers? I want to give credit because I've started picking up cucumbers. To making cute little summer salads. I made a cucumber feta tomato red onion salad the other day. So yummy and fresh. But also putting them in my water. Anya, I thought so. I was like, I know it was on stream. I forgot who to give credit to, but as soon as hold on. I literally just use my Owala. I'm playing the game and hold on. My bad. No, cucumber, game changer. It adds so much more flavor than the lemon, but like the two flavors together, so good. So yeah, if you are not, I had to get a new cup from Walmart because my last one started cracking up here. I was using it so much. I literally just drink this all day. And I'm a Hydro homie. I'm part of the Hydro homie committee, and I would love for you to join me. If you're not already a Hydro homie, you just have to drink water. But I'm an Owala, like, unapologist, almost. Like, apologist. I'm not really, but I would ride or die for my Owala. I love my Owala. It keeps drinks cold. It doesn't spill. My daughter can knock this over and I don't have a mess as long as it's closed. There's two different like drink options for it. You can use the straw part or you can just like tip it back and chug. Love my Owala. Hardly use it anymore because I only use it to like fill up this thing with my cucumber lemon water. And I don't want to put it in my Owala because I don't want to get it getting like icky. I don't want to wash it more than I already have to. What is your hardest task of the week and why is it washing your water bottle? Questions I need to ask myself. And I wish it was every week. I would like for it to be every week. It's not every week. All right. So Josiah no doubt lost it. He had a terrible memory. Poor fellow.
What do you think is in the safe deposit box?
No doubt it's filled with the same thing as this house.
Have you
Junk.
played all the Nancy
If it's
Drew
junk,
games
why
on
haven't I gotten rid
TikTok?
of it?
I have.
Well, ask.
I have
Well,
played.
I know it's silly to hang on to
I'll let him
Josiah's
talk.
things, but he was a wonderful man, you see.
Aw.
I just don't have the heart to get rid of them. Too sentimental for my own good, I guess.
Aren't we all? I've played all of the games except for number 2, which I do own and I can get to work on this computer. I just haven't played it. It'll be one that I do on stream eventually. What's my favorite? That's a good question. From the older games, it's Shadow Ranch. The Secret of Shadow Ranch with the glowing horse. I just love the vibes of that game. I love Old West games. I love just as a setting, it's one of my favorite settings. For modern games, I would probably say Ghost of Thornton Hall. And I don't know what it is. I think that game was just so like kind of devastatingly good. Oh, I love Ghost of Thornton Hall. I didn't play that one until I was much older. Easily one of my favorites. I don't even know why specifically, because like I play it again and I'm like, oh yeah, there's definitely like critiques. I think it's the open-endedness. I think it's the way that they involve darker themes without getting like being on the nose with it. Like if you dig deeper, there's so much more to find. I love the spooks in that game. I love the setting. I love that game. Mine is Shadow at Water's Edge, or Waverly Academy is so fun. That one is up there for me. I just love the Gossip Girl vibes of that one. That one, so much fun. And Shadow at the Water Edge is probably another really close top 5 maybe for me. Nancy's just unhinged in that game, but it's such an in-depth game. Like they're like, we're giving this one our all, and they absolutely did. My partner seems to think you don't need to wash water bottles because it's water. And like in my head, I kind of have, like, my husband and I are the same way, but no, they get gross. They do get mold. We should be washing them probably more often than we are. And I'm saying that collectively as a whole. We all should be washing our water bottles more. Mine currently needs it, especially like if you do like chapstick, lip gloss, dead lip skin gets on there. If you ever don't think your water bottle needs to be washed, just take a close look at it, and it does. It does. Self-care is washing your water bottle, and we should all practice it more.
Do you mind if I look around some more?
I have a feeling the pamphlet's here. And if it's not here, I think it just has to be at the bank, because that's the last place I could think to look. Oh, excuse me. I think I just burped into the mic, and I am so sorry for that. That's disgusting. Auto Twitch emoji. I use those all the time, too. I wish they would just let me do a typed out smiley face or not. Or just, like, get on board with, like, normal emojis, too. I don't need to keep looking at those. Hold on. There's fishing lures and stuff over here. Let's look at the ugliest cat in the world. My husband would be obsessed. My husband loves, like, smushed-faced animals. We have a pug. Case in point. He's no longer allowed upstairs because him and Lucy got into a literal pissing war up here, and Lucy won. I know, the cutest cat. Bean! He did make an appearance in one of my TikToks the other day. I always try to include him in there every once in a while. So, no Bean upstairs with us, but... Actually, I did have him up here with me the other night. My husband went to the Timberwolves playoff game, which I did not think of myself as a sports fan. I used to be a huge hockey fan in, like, high school. And then got out of that. And then I was was in college, didn't really, I'd go to sports games just because they were social events. But my husband is super into sports. He loves football. He's a boy. Classic American boy, likes his sports. And I got super into basketball this year. Super into basketball. Even last year, too. I would, like, watch it up here by myself while I was gaming and, like, put the games on my other monitor over here. They look like a demon. I'm in love. He's a boy, it turns out. Gosh. I didn't know this till last week, guys. The secret to a healthy marriage is you always have to be learning things about each other. For example, my husband's a boy. Have you seen the guy? Who would have known? Anywho, I don't know where this pamphlet is. Let's go to the bank. That's going to be the last place I'll check, and we'll talk to our buddy there. Yeah, I even spent... I had a fun weekend a couple weekends ago. I forgot to tell you guys about it. I was invited for a, the Miniso videos I posted, if you saw them. I was invited to the Mall of America, which is located in Bloomington, Minnesota, in the cities, as I always call it. And they gave me like a voucher to go shopping. I got paid to go do it. Like it was kind of one of those like, oh my gosh, like content creator moments where I was like, I can't believe this is real. My husband came with me and he like filmed for me and stuff, and we like made a little date day out of it. My aunt came over to babysit, and we did go to the NBA store. It just opened there. I spent $100 on a sweatshirt. And it was so funny because I was talking to Tanner ahead of time before we went in, and I was like, I think I've been thinking about getting a Timberwolves sweatshirt for a while. I, would love one I wear during games and stuff. I'm like the only person in his side of the family that showed up to our little watch party the other night without Timberwolves gear. And I was like, yep, it's time. I feel like a dedicated enough fan. I'm going to invest in a sweatshirt. And I was like, I'll spend like $50-$60 on a sweatshirt. And Tanner just kind of chuckles and he's like, do you think that's how much they are anymore? And I was like, well, I can, I'm thinking back to like when Victoria's Secret was a thing and you'd spend like $40 on those sweatshirts. $100 for a sweatshirt. I should almost like, it's not that, it doesn't even feel like $100 worth of sweatshirt. I spent it because I wanted it, and what you gonna do? But $100, that's what you get for shopping at the actual NBA store. Yuck. But we also got him a really cool Kevin Garnett jersey too.
Again.
So if anyone follows. Also got into, and this could be fun. This could be like a fun Discord activity if we wanted it to be. I would be happy to run it. Has anyone played fantasy football before? I'm actually quite good. I've won like 3 times, I think, and like against my husband who has like spreadsheets of information about fantasy football that I don't know. He has like computing tools. He's like into fantasy football. And I just like kind of pick the names I like and go by the projected scores and whatnot. I've won 3 championships. So if anyone ever wanted to like have a fantasy football Discord group, I am happy to host that. I think it would be fun.
Was that your
But
car
also
I saw
sports ball.
parked
What
near
is
the
that,
this morning?
I haven't been there in months. You saw someone else's car. It's a very popular make and color,
Whose ever car it was, it wasn't
make him
there after
sweat.
the fire.
Probably
Why don't you
just
set
someone
sweating in
sneaking
your
onto that
suspenders,
miniature
sir?
golf course that Josiah built back there. Or bootleggers. I hear they frequent that area too.
I guess I'll be going.
Goodbye now.
Okay, so if the pamphlet isn't here, we'll just go fishing and see what happens. I think we've like picked it up and looked at it before though. So it's user error and it's me that can't find it. I'm still trying to decide if this sore throat I have is like actual sickness or if it's just like smoke inhalation from outside. All right. I have a feeling it's either grubs or worms. So we did not catch a big one last time. We're going to find it like right after I finally catch this bass. Gosh. Nancy is casting that reel. She is casting. Is that as loud for you guys as it is for me? He, him.
I caught one.
Oh, is that the cat from Nancy Drew? Oh, that's not even close.
This isn't
Okay,
what
so
I
it's not
want.
grubs. Whose Twitch thing did you get that from? That's awesome. We got kind of close with, let's try Minnow. And here we go. I know you don't want to see Nancy's biceps on a bad day. Oh, I missed.
Rats, I was too slow. It got away.
Okay, we'll try Minnow again. We are just going to use all of this guy's bait. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I don't think I've seen them before. That is a brilliant emoji to make. I'm focusing. Hold on.
Maybe I need to use something else for bait.
Okay. Back to worms. We can just let Nancy tell us that we're doing the wrong thing. When Nancy breaks the fourth wall to be right. I'm great at spelling. You're good. That's what autocorrect's for now, right?
I caught one.
Oh.
This doesn't look like a large.
Not quite. Oh, what is that one? I can't quite. Hold on. Here we go. It wasn't like doing the GIF on my. Oh, that is a good one. Anya. Anya's collection of Nancy Drew themed Twitch emojis. Oh my gosh, the little ghost from Blackmore Manor. We're gonna play that one eventually. I think we should really challenge ourselves for fall this year and do that one as one of our spooky games. The Freddy Snowball fight. She's one of my favorite characters, and it's just so funny how Nancy has like no chill with her. Just crumples the girl. Here's all of them. I need to look. The one of Charlotte running straight at you. I need that one. Okay, I need to go follow more Nancy Drew streamers. You will see all of Andrews. Speaking of my favorite game, Half Moon Joe. Actually, he's like streaming two of my favorite games right now. He's doing Thornton Hall and he's doing Oblivion. He's the funniest guy in the world. I'm pretty sure. He is just such a gift to this world as a person. Do we keep chilling with the worms? Are they working? It sounds like a plane taking off. Look how far she cast that. Can you actually pick? You have to pick. That's right. You need to like.
I caught one.
Put him back. Put him back.
Mouth bass.
To be fair, Nancy getting pelted by ice balls is Freddy called them, right? I think I'm still vibing with worms, but I forgot that you have to like aim. I also love Freddy's like stuffy nose.
I caught one. An old shoe. Maybe there's money inside it. Look at that. I caught money. Now that's my kind of fishing.
And Nancy Moneybags Drew. We can respect, though. We can respect that for as much money as like Nancy's, dad family seem to have, it does sound like he makes Nancy earn an honest living on her own. And we're the ones behind it. We're doing the work.
I caught one.
That's not even a bass.
This doesn't look like a largemouth bass.
Okay, let's go back to grubs. Is that not the same grub from Ghost Dogs? Another favorite of mine. Definitely another favorite.
I caught one.
Okay, it's a bass.
This doesn't look like a largemouth bass.
It looks just like them. Oh, you know what? The sound, similar to the pistachio sound. The sound it makes when you put the... Hold on. Pies are in... They are! Oops, I wasn't watching. Okay, so we're catching bass with this, but we're not...
I'm gonna throw this one back.
Maybe it would be useful for us to find the pamphlet. I don't think I'm vibing. I think it's worms. I don't know. Let's cast straight again. Just like how Henry Bole's mother is also Dr. Pedovicu from Deception Island, which is another one we have to play. I have such a craving for that game, genuinely.
Fish.
Better be the right one. Come on, Nancy.
This isn't what I want.
My daughter's gonna wake up. I don't know, were we vibing? We'll try Worms again. Backseat gaming, totally open. If you guys want to help me here, totally open to it. I love Henry forever. Our emo king.
I caught one. This isn't what I want.
Yeah, I feel like we're not. You're on your own here, Anya. We're getting close. Hold on. Oops.
I'm finished with that.
Yeah, I can at least check that off. We're going back to minnows. Clear Crystal. One of my favorite thing is almost every Nancy game has someone who has a dead mom or straight up an orphan. Moths to a Light are Nancy to people grieving, especially untimely parent deaths.
Maybe I need to use something else for bait.
Okay, it's not the minnows. Back to the Moon Lake grubs. So, someone also with a dead mom lovingly call it being a friend of Nancy. It is. That would qualify.
I caught one. I'm gonna throw this one back.
Am I missing a... I feel like it's grubs. I feel like... I'm missing like a casting spot? I'm gonna go over there.
I caught one. This doesn't look like a large.
We're gonna go
bass.
find that pamphlet. We're out of here. I'm just terrorizing the fish at this point. Is there another physical space for us to go in this game? Because there's Little Lilac Inn, there's obviously Crowley's, and then the bank, and I guess the general store. Never knew that before. Pamphlet. Let's call for a hint.
Drop a nickel into the slot. Good. How may I be of service?
Hi, Mr. Kowski. It's Nancy Drew.
So where are those raffle tickets?
I'm still working on it.
Well,
Let me make a phone call, damn.
In the meantime, what can I do you for?
Could you please connect me
Get
with Bess
Bess-
Marvin at KL
Bess on the
54468?
case. It's on a workshop bench in the garage. Oh, you're so
Hi,
right.
Bess, it's Nancy.
George, get over here. It's Nancy Drew. So how's the Lilac Inn?
A little strange.
Why? Because of Emily?
Well, yes.
Hi, Nancy.
Is that you, George?
Ouch.
All right.
That's my foot.
But now we have to sit through this whole conversation first. Thank you, Rachel.
I can't hear. Look,
Petition to play Kapu Cave sometimes during the summer because it is the summer PC game. 100%. You don't have to twist my arm for Kapu Cave. It's a really nice, short, sweet game. We could probably get it done in like 2-3 streams.
What's the scoop?
And the vibes are so good. I bought that game because I had such an intense craving. I went through like I think I was in college at the time where I just slowly like accumulated all of the games as I played them. I was craving such a summery Hawaiian, like it was either I fly to Hawaii the second, which I did not have the funds to do, or I buy the Nancy Drew Hawaii game, which I did have the funds to do. So that's what I did. It scratched that itch so well. It scratched it so well.
Has either of you ever been to the Lilac Inn?
No,
I have.
I think Kapu Cave is a criminally underrated game.
It's like you get a whole
I think
cherry
people are
tree
so
every
tough on it.
Hello? Is someone on the line? Hello?
We're on the line, Mrs. Farthingham.
Well, get off. I need to make a call.
But we just got on.
Then it should be no problem for you to get off.
Just give us one more minute, Mrs. Farthingham, please.
No, that game has charm. That game has serious charm. It's fun. I think the mini games are fun. I even like sorting frass.
Just that I...
Wait a
The
minute.
plot's a little bit out there, but it's...
Would you mind hanging up?
And it's got the Majesty himself, Big Island Mike. Do they still have that, like, bucket hat on the Her Interactive website? I don't think they have it anymore. I didn't play Kapu Cave. Do we want to do Kapu Cave next? If I can't get Alibi and Ashes to work, it might be Kapu Cave. Till I was an adult, because our disc copy was broken. That would be devastating as a child. Kapu Cave is the game that introduced me to Nancy Drew, so I'm heavily biased. Everyone's always biased by their first Nancy Drew game. I love that for you. That's a cute one to have as a first. Hi, Catherine's Clue Corner. Welcome in. They do. I looked a few weeks ago. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Awesome. Good. I might have to buy that then. Sorry, gassiness. No, I might have to. That might be my summer hat. We'll see. It's toddler girl summer in my house, so anything goes. Oh, they're moving their store to another site. That is probably good news. Does that mean they're going to fix their things so that you can keep re-downloading games? Because that would be incredible. But good for them. I'm happy that they're in a position to do that.
Some jewels were stolen out of
We always,
family's room this
we all have
morning
our
at the same
complaints
time
and
that a fire destroyed
grievances
the
about the
stove in
Nancy Drew
kitchen.
games, but I love that company and everything they've done for us. I will always.
Not for a
It would be
Emily's
very
worried
hard for
she
me to
may
not
have to
support
sell
them. You know what I
the
mean?
Is that bad?
I saw a bunch of people on Facebook reacting to their Teespring site being empty. Oh, I haven't seen any of that. I've been out of the loop.
I think she'd like to hang on to it because her mom would have wanted her to.
I sure wouldn't want to be saddled with something like that.
So when it's back up and running, it sounds like they should still have hats in stock though. And they have, I really love the prints that they have for like the different games. They did really cool, like,
We're not done talking.
it was like kind of postcard style, I would say.
Right now.
But we
Now, or the next call I make will be to your father.
we gotta go.
Father.
That's all right. I'll call you later.
And I'll thank you not to listen in.
Oh, don't worry, Mrs.
Yeah,
Farley.
I think the pictures are so pretty. I would totally buy them. They have even like the sweatshirts that they have for like
Be quick about it.
Bye, Nancy.
Talk to you soon.
Soren. Is it Soren? Yeah, Soren from Sea of Darkness. There we go. Name recalls are so slow in my brain, I swear. They did it without announcing it until after people noticed, which wasn't, yeah. They have a loyal enough fan base and enough of us hyperfixate on them that they need to tell us when things are up, because we'll know. Don't think you can sneak past us. Hi, Gremlins. Welcome in. Hi, friends. We are chilling our way through Secret of the Old Clock. The Danger on Deception Island is the exact one that like sticks out in my brain. I loved the art for that one. I thought it was so beautiful. People were concerned. Yeah, I would be too. Like, is this the end of Her Interactive? Okay, not the pies. That's not where the pamphlet is. Back to it's of course like the one physical location I did not check. Who would have thunk? Skipping through this beautiful little pasture. Because I was gonna say that better just let me right in. Lo and behold, here's the key. Grubs and oh wait, no, we want largemouth grass beds and minnows. It was the one that we weren't that Nancy kept saying this one doesn't work. Okay, grass beds, minnows. Grass beds, minnows. I petition, not petition, but I'm being dramatic. Speaking of cozy hobbies, no one was speaking of them. I'm just bringing them up. I'm trying to like expand my idea. You know, you have the classics. You have your fiber arts, your crochet, your knitting, which I just got the cutest woobles sent to me. And it's super beginner friendly, which I've decided I need because I cannot make a magic circle for my life right now. I cannot crochet one. I get like halfway through and something goes so wrong. fishing needs to be a cozy hobby. I just like, I was going through like, I made like a little database earlier so I can just easily pull from it and like generate content ideas and stuff like that. And I was like, I just need to like list these things down so I can always reference back to it and I don't have to like rethink about them each time. Like, you know, you have your coloring, reading, gaming, things like that. Fishing could be a prime cozy hobby. It's expensive to get into. I used to go all the time with my dad. Fishing. I think I need to get into that. Maybe not this summer. How am I liking Old Clock? I honestly better than I remembered. There are games I'm starting to understand that there's some games that are great for gaming alone and there's some games that are great for gaming on stream. I think this is a really good stream game. I'm really enjoying it this time around. The vibes are high, springy summer. I liked it more than my originals. For some reason, I just never really vibed with it when I, like, for my original playthroughs. It didn't stick out to me and I didn't love, like, the time setting. Way more fun on stream. So I'm having a blast with it. I've been wondering about Woobles. Okay, so they have, like, 2 different kinds of sets. They have ones that just send you the yarn. And then it's nice because you just, like, it gives you the website, you type in a little passcode, and it takes you video step by step through the pattern. But the ones I've been getting, I got a few Minecraft ones from them, and I've tried them, but I haven't finished any because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not that advanced yet. I used to crochet and knit all the time in my youth. I still kind of have a ghost of that muscle memory left, but it's not very strong, and I just need to go back to the basics. It's so frustrating when you used to be good at something and you have to go back to like a former, easier level of it. So that's just what I need to do. So the recent one that they sent me is a total beginner kit. They send you the hook. They send you like a yarn needle. They send you all of the materials you need. Really fun way to build your crochet collection. I have like all the different size crochet hooks and stuff like that already, but nice way to just kind of like build it, but also make it accessible. And the one they sent me is like total beginner. They sent me, where is it? I think I have it right here. Let me show you how they sent this one because I'm actually, like, this might be, like, the first one I actually complete instead of getting frustrated and not finishing because, so, like, here's an example of, I got a Dobby one from Harry Potter. Here's how it came. And, I'm, like, tangled. They send the magic circle already done. So they send, like, here, let me twist it around this way so you guys can see it better. So it came with these stitch markers already put in and it came with like this circle part already done so you can start from there because that's like the hardest start to it, I would say, and I just have not had success with it in my other kits that I've gotten. So they sent like all of that. They send the stuffing. They have like a couple other little yarn colors in there that you eventually have to use, and then they send this like little thing and it has like the little buttons for the eyes that you sew on and it has like a yarn needle and all that kind of stuff. So highly recommend. I think they were actually originally on Shark Tank, which I'm a huge fan of the show. Love the show. And I love the idea of these kits because I love making things, first of all, and how cute would it be to like have a collection for my daughter to play with, but I made them. Or just to like display on my walls too. We share a lot of stuff. So I would definitely recommend like the beginner kits if they're specifically labeled that way. And like the tutorials take you from like even like how to hold the yarn and tension on your hand to make it easier for you. Like it's totally like I've never crocheted before beginner set. So highly recommend those. I'll get off my soapbox now about them. Hold on, I need to scroll up. Yes, so yep, I definitely recommend. Just learned this year that you can use the ponies as toys, and you just learned about the general store. That was like the only, I was like, well, I think the horses count as toys. That was my problem solving back when I first played this game. And yeah, I've never been to the general store, so thank you, Rachel, for, that's what I love about these games, is they're so linear, but varied. Like, you can have such a different experience, you know, just based on how you problem solve, based on where you go, based on if you do something or don't do something. I really love how kind of before its time it was. That's a very popular mechanic in games now, and Nancy Drew's been doing it forever. I used to fish, but I sneezed so much when outside, and I burned no matter. Are we the same person, Rachel? I have a fake tan on, so I'm definitely like not this dark normally. Tanology, tanning water, if anyone's interested in it, and like one of those microfiber tanning mitts goes on pretty well. Takes some practice, but highly recommend. You don't have to rinse it off. It's perfect. Nice glow for summer. Because I am like paper white originally. Skin cancer runs in my family, so I try to be careful with sunscreen and all that kind of stuff, and I don't like burning. So totally get you there. But yeah, outdoor activities are hard for us pasty girls. And here I am freestyling some crochet clothes to one of my plushies. Anya, that's so cute. Do you follow, I think her name's Hannah Drapinski? I have her on TikTok and Instagram now, and she does like, I was talking to Tanner about this the other day, like how there's like 2 different phases to creative hobbies like that, where it's like learning. My example would be cooking, where you're learning like all the basics and you can follow recipes, or in crocheting, like following patterns. But then you like hit the point where you're so good at that, you can start generating your own ideas and recipes and patterns from that. And it just feels like this whole new world opens up once you hit like a level of mastery. Anya's there, and I want to be there. So that's super cool that you're able to freestyle patterns like that, and should totally think about publishing them on like Etsy or something someday. The world needs more things like that. I've knit before, but never crocheted, and I love to get into it. It feels very doable. As someone that, like I said, I used to crochet, but I feel like I've really lost that knowledge, and I just haven't practiced it in like 2 decades. I think I was like knitting and crocheting when I was 10. I still have knitting down. Knitting was kind of my preferred one, but I remember being so good I could like just like work it with my hands and watch TV and not have to look down and do anything. Like I just knew exactly what my hands were doing the whole time. I know nothing now. I know nothing. And it's humbling and frustrating, but it's okay to feel that way and still push forward at the level that's comfortable for you, I've learned. So with that, let's go back to that freaking pond and get us this largemouth bass. I do think knitting is probably the better starter fiber art activity. Cross stitch is also a really fun one and easy one to get into. I also really love, like, they sell kits that are pretty cheap too and come with everything you need. They show you the different stitches. I've also seen like workbooks where they send you paper to practice cross stitching on, so you can like see it a little bit better and get the hang of it. If you need tutorials on how to crochet certain stitches or techniques, I really recommend Club Crochet on YouTube. That's exactly what I need. Thank you so much. He has full beginners playlist, and it's really easy to follow. I will definitely thank you. I'm going to rub that down. Write that down. Because that's what I need is like, sometimes I like a single stitch and a double stitch I still know how to do. But like the magic circle, I need like it really slow and broken down for me to be able to successfully do it. And I've not been able to yet. Love embroidery. Knitting had too much. Yep. A lot of counting. A little too much. And I feel like crochet is like an easy to set down and pick back up kind of thing. And it's all, I don't know why I'm going to the orphanage. It's also easier to make your own designs too with cross stitch. And there's like different stitches and techniques you can do, but just like basic cross stitch, so much fun. It's like pixel art. I love it. Okay, so we need minnows in the tall grass. I do want to get good at embroidery again so I can like alter clothes with it. I think would be super cool. I have parts where like, oop.
Missed it.
Abby. Lucy's like scratched up our furniture and stuff, and I've seen like people that'll do like embroidery to patch it up. I always thought that would be super cool, but I'm not there yet, and I'm back to my learning phases. Relearning, I should say. Come on.
I caught one.
Look at us. While Woobles are super cool, I do feel like it can cause some people feeling stuck with what they can and can't do, since I assume their tutorials are product-based rather than technique-based. Yes. That's why I do kind of like the beginner ones, because it does just show you like what a basic stitch is, what a basic this is. But I totally agree where it might be harder to like, it's less of a stepping stone and more like a destination, if that makes sense. And it's hard to transfer those skills to other things. I remember I wish I still had it. It's probably at my parents' house somewhere. I got like a little, it was lime green, and it was just a learn to crochet and knit workbook that my grandma got me or something when I was getting into knitting and crocheting. That thing taught me everything I needed to know. I wish I still had it because I would still use it today. It was for like girls my age back then, like 10, 12-year-old girls, but I would recommend a book, like just a beginner book. It's easy. You don't have to worry about keeping your screen on and, you know, ads and stuff like that. You can just leave the book open. Little tougher than I like YouTube tutorials because they can walk you through it. But I do prefer learning from books over like audio video is my style of learning. So another really good resource for people who are trying to get into those kind of fiber arts. I used to do some cross stitching when I was single digits with those little kits, but I don't remember how to do it at all. But I'd love to do that for fun, and I've just expanded my cheap color pencil collection so I can color from my little creative moments. It's probably hard to see, it's like right here are like my little mini colored pencils, and they're perfect. Don't knock colored pencils and crayons. Also, how expensive, like I feel like acrylic markers are like the popular way to color right now, but they're so crazy expensive. I got a kit sent to me and it was like 36 colors, I think, and it was still like $50 or something. So that's the only, I wouldn't have spent that much money unless I was serious about coloring, but they're nice. But yeah, I'm totally a colored pencil girly too. That's my favorite way to color, I think. Also, if you want to get, there are some like really cheap kits you can get. I would suggest going through Etsy and just supporting small business. I think I originally got mine from Amazon, but up to you. I don't knock people for using Amazon if that's what you need to use. I just know some people prefer not to. But there are nice kits that are very beginner friendly, and they give you like it's pretty accessible. It tells you how to do it on paper, but it's not like crocheting where it takes like a higher level of, you know, understanding for it, I'd say. So I would recommend like those little embroidery kits that they have on Etsy. I embroidered masks during COVID. That would have been super fun. What a fun way to personalize them. Yeah, I've seen it like a few different times. It just popped up on my TikTok again, where it's like someone's mom like completely patched up their ripped up couch using embroidery, and it was like, what a fun way to customize furniture, whether it's ruined or not. It was beautiful. I won a coloring contest in 2nd grade and got a free small blizzard that joy has never went off. That's blizzards from DQ. Ours just closed in our town, and now you have me like wanting to drive 15 miles to the next nearest one. I didn't realize how badly I needed a blizzard until you said that, but I remember like little towns just have like little fun contests like that and stuff. I won one. No, I got tea actually. I got beef actually. I won 2 years in a row our fire safety drawing contest in 2nd and 3rd grade specifically, where the fire department would come to our school and pick the winner. I won 2 years in a row, and you know what I got? I'm not saying I wasn't thankful for it, but I did have to share it with my whole family. Huge bag of M&Ms. Like a big, like, it was like the size of my head. Big bag of M&Ms. Do you know what the honorable mention got? A huge toy fire truck that was like this big. What do you mean that's the honorable mention and I get a bag of M&Ms? I wanted that. So like the next year I gunned for honorable mention and I still got 1st place. I got my bag of M&Ms again, and some other kid in my class got a fire truck. Actually, it wasn't my class, it was like school-wide. Oh, I was so, thank you guys for being upset about that with me. I bring it up like once a year for my husband, and Rachel, the way that the joy has never worn off you winning that contest, I've never gotten over not winning that fire truck 2 years in a row. Not just tea, but beef. tea with a side of beef. Beef with a side of tea, actually. The billboard ones. It was just like big paper things we hung them up in the school. It wasn't too fancy. I had like 30 kids in my class. It was a very small school. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I feel validated after all these years, after 20 something years. Still haven't gotten over it. I would have handed that fire truck down to my daughter if I still had it. Okay, so we're keeping this guy. I should have clicked this ages ago. And we have to go back to the pamphlet print shop. I was thinking of the power company. Stay away from the power line contest. We didn't have those. That's funny though.
Please do. I think it's.
You got to be on a billboard if you won that one. That's crazy.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual Orphans Benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your
I need to talk slow like this guy.
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye.
The beef we still have from middle school. Those like injustices that were never. Wait. Oh, now I need to bring the raffle tickets to what's her face at the place. I just won a school one where I colored the same coloring page as everyone else, and someone from each grade won. But you won. You were the you colored that picture the best. I'm just running into buildings right now. Nancy is epitome of like spoiled rich girl gets a really nice new car and just should not have. She needs a beater car. She needs something that can take some more dents. Oh no, not the telegram place. Is it?
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money.
Y'all had contests? We just had the power company visit our class and tell us all the things we shouldn't do at home. If we did, our house would, if we wanted our house to not burn down, to stay not burned down. I mean, that is also effective, but no, we had fun with it over here. I'll find billboards and they still do it yearly. That's amazing. As they should. The kids need... See, Anya's been missing out this whole time. We know the joy of those. Gosh, there's like always, there's still drawing contests going on. You'll go into like a little business and there's like all the pictures hung up on the wall. It's so cute. Where am I going with these things? I don't even think I've been over here yet. Okay. I have to go. Titusville. Wait. Where's Miss Jakowski?
I'm finished with check.
Oh yeah, she's at Titusville Telco. Okay. I work at an elementary school and they do drawing contests all the time. It's just honestly probably a way to keep the kids busy and creative. That was something I did love. I was a 5th and 6th grade teacher. And here we go. Perfect for like, you just never realize how starved kids are for that creative like freedom to just draw and do what they want at higher levels. Not that 5th and 6th grade is that much higher, but you're not just like coloring pictures back then. That's more like fine motor skill stuff. But some days like we would just sometimes watch like a Bob Ross video. And even if it was on our like little Chromebooks and stuff on like the little art app they had, we'd like just repaint on there. And it was so fun and relaxing. Kids just need that creative freedom more. Anya, don't forget that when you're teaching someday. Sometimes you just need to sit back and let creativity happen. Those are my favorite days teaching. Should I put a link in the stream Yeah, for sure. It should be, I don't think I have links blocked, so you should be able to do that. Like one time we had a dentist visit us, and that's how I found out that my whole class shared the same dentist and that we didn't get one dentist doctor each. It's like mail people, like who delivers the mailman's mail? The question of my childhood. Oh, that's funny. There's one doctor and dentist for every person out there. Some of them really eat that up. It was surprising to me, like the kids who I didn't think would go for it as much, like still got super into it. Everyone just needs a little bit of a creative outlet every once in a while. What am I doing? Okay, so now we have to go back to Twin Elms, which I believe... I think it's over here. So we're close. I think it's like in the top left corner, if I remember correctly. Oh, Nancy is a public threat in this vehicle right now.
Right here. Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it, I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guests will be
They had
arriving
fun
any
with the
minute,
voice acting in
and
this
that
game.
dress rolls, it's, well...
Like I said, Anya, I'm pretty sure you are the one who informed me that this was like potentially the last Nancy Drew. Okay, we got the trivet. Now I have to remember what the trivet was for. It's been too long. This was potentially Her Interactive's last game. Thank goodness it wasn't. I'm going to lose a tire. But you can tell that they just put that extra love and attention into this one.
I've only got
It shows.
left. I should gas up before I forget.
I suppose. That's the lore I choose to believe now, actually, Anya. And it makes me like this game even more. Fill her up.
And Zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up.
Priya's taking a good nap today. Good for her. Thank goodness. I know.
Here you go.
And people, you know, have opinions about all the different games. I love the era that comes after this. I tend to, so classic era... I need to, like, learn what the eras are for the different games, because there's classic and golden are, like, the gold standard of games from Nancy Drew. But I really like kind of the modern games. Not, like, the most modern ones, but, like, probably the ones that come after this, from, like, Kapu Cave to... I'm trying to think of when the earliest... Probably Silent Spy is when... The desk games. The games where Nancy starts at her desk are very special games to me, and I think they're so fun. And they're different from the originals, but they still just have that Nancy Drew charm that I love. Yeah. Great games. They're not the most loved ones, but I just have so much fun playing them. Would this be the end of the golden era? If anyone, like, has... Feel free to educate me on this, because I would love to know more. I'm also trying to get good at the acronyms. I think I know all of them now almost, but there's still a few that I'm like, don't remember what that one is. Should add them to my flashcards. I've decided I'm going to make a financial commitment to a flashcard app so I can learn more things. I'm nothing too special, just like trees in Minnesota, for example, so that I can look at a leaf and know what tree it came from. Just like little things like that that expand my knowledge. And flashcards are just a really good learning method for me. So I think I'm going to invest in a flashcard app that I can easily make my own decks with and memorize them. If I wanted to make a deck for which era different Nancy Drew games belong to, I could. If I wanted, and I probably will. Makes sense, though, why it would be the last game. It came out in 2005. Which would roughly be the 75th anniversary for Nancy Drew, and they based it off the It feels like a finale game. It feels like a blast from the past. you know, getting back to Nancy's roots. You can tell that they just put a lot of effort and details into this game. It's a beautiful game, really. They have so many different voice actors doing really fun things. You can tell they just like enjoyed making this game if it was potentially their last one. Like I said, I'm totally on the bandwagon of believing that. And I think so. I think so. But don't ask. I'm not great with it. It's like people, I dabble with Taylor Swift. I wouldn't call myself like a Swiftie. For some reason, it became my hyperfixation when she was on this last tour. I would like watch the live streams. I don't know who I was, but I'm probably a Swiftie now. But anyways, people like to use like acronyms for the song titles. I never know what anyone's talking about. And I'm not going to learn that. I'm not going to get that deep into it just to know what song people are talking about. But like having a fan base so dedicated that they acronym your games or song titles is a special thing to have. We are that for Her Interactive. The Swifties are obviously that for Taylor Swift. It was the weirdest thing. I went from not thinking about Taylor Swift a day in my life to like, sorry, Tanner, can't tonight. Gotta go watch the Eras Tour live stream in case she announces Reputation. Who was I? It was so much fun, too. I had a blast. I think being a Swiftie could be fun. I have a friend who's a huge Swiftie, so it was like, she was already super into it, so it was fun to just talk with her about it. Yeah, Haunted is Castle Malloy, because that one I always think that one should be Carousel, but it's not. Nope, there's some that I'm like, ooh, there could have been a better one, a better acronym for that, because it just doesn't feel like a natural 3-letter word for that game. Ooh, it's getting chilly in here with our AC on. Actually, let me peek real quick. First of all, has anyone redeemed anything? I'm so sorry if you have. I did not have my stream manager up where it shows me. Nope, just my soap jelly bean, which, thank you, Rachel. It was delicious. I wish soap tastes like. Does anyone remember from childhood? From childhood in general. From childhood. They used to have the craziest candies when we were kids, especially in the US. Just sugar on sugar on sugar. If you want to dip sugar in sugar, they have a candy for that. But they had candy bubbles at one point in our small little gas station where we'd walk up there and get special candies and enjoy them at home. It was bubbles that you could blow, but you could eat them. They were edible, delicious. They had like, I think cherry and blueberry and grape. Cherry and grape were the flavors. And they were excellent. I should still see if they have them because I think that would be fun. You know, probably still somewhat toxic to a degree, but it's like an edible toxic, you'd think. Okay, so now that I have that trivet, does that mean, what's it look like? Oh. Also, Gremlins, thanks for the follow. I don't know if I was able to shout you out for that. Thank you so much. I don't know if I remembered saying that or not. TBH, I don't like the abbreviations because there's a mix of acronyms like... Exactly. That's what throws me off. Where it's either a part of the word or it stands for multiple words, which I think... I'm trying to go back to my English teacher roots. I think acronyms are ones that you have to be able to like say, and they're not just like... Because like that would be an abbreviation for Crystal Skull, but GTH would be the acronym, I believe. Much to think about. Okay. So it looks like we got this little decoder. I do think Freya just woke up, by the way. So my time here is nigh.
Can't check that off till it's done. Can't check that off yet.
I don't think we have to use that yet. But I do think we're in kind of a... Did I ever make this phone call?
Drop a nickel into the slot, please.
Actually, no, we're not going to do this yet. Let's go back to the shed, I think is where I'm going to leave off. And then, Anya, I want to look at what you posted in Discord. And then there's one more thing I wanted to look at. End of this. What was it? I have no clue. I need to write things down more. Yeah, I totally agree. I know the game titles so well. I can typically figure out the acronyms, but then when the abbreviations get thrown in, it throws me off so much. I wish there was more consistency. Really anything else for me to do here? I don't think so. So I actually don't know where River Heights would be located, like geographically. But I do know Titusville is not that far from River Heights because they mention it in Alibi and Ashes. Does that mean Nancy Drew is a Midwest girly like me? Exciting. I get they got them from the game files. Oh, that's right. They did get them from the game files. Nope, that makes sense. So I'm sure when they were making them too, they weren't intending them to be mass used. Okay, we are gonna save here and figure out what our next step is for our next stream. Yes, and exit, back to just chatting. My program worked and it actually saved my settings from last time too, so I could just play the game. Illinois. Yep, okay, that does check out. Midwest for the win. Oh, Catherine, are you a Midwest girl too? I know Rachel is. I'm in Minnesota, so I'm like upper Midwest, but still Midwest. Love to see it. We need more Midwest representation. Our little flyover states here. They're lovely. Indiana, yep. I just saw, this is totally off topic, but so funny to me. It was, I think it's Jack Mac or something on, he's like, I think he works for Barstool now, but he just commentates on stuff on TikTok. And he was talking about Timothy Chalamet and Kylie Jenner at the Indianapolis 500 or whatever the race is that just happened there. I'm sure you're privy to it with, you know, how big of an event it is. Also, welcome to our Discord server. I just saw you hopped in there. It just popped up on my phone. But he's like, yeah, this is like probably the first time Kylie Jenner's ever spoken to someone from a flyover state. I just giggled at that because, yeah, we keep to ourselves out here. Dakota, yep, you're Dakota, that's right. I love the Dakotas. They're beautiful states. Also, like, criminally underrated. The Black Hills of South Dakota are, like, my favorite place in the world. Yep, Indy 500. There we go. My brother's really big into racing. He just got, like, one of those, like, it's a wiener shirt from, like, the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile race. He got super into that and was, like, live texting my whole family group chat about it. Let me open up Discord. TikTok is just going to be a Wild West for me now. I'm no longer looking at that chat, so usually things stay pretty chill over there. The wiener race, thank you. Yeah, he got, like, an obscene shirt. I almost have to, what did it say? Not that. I don't know. He sends so much stuff. It's not popping up. Secrets can kill always throws me off because I always think that's secrets of the old clock. I just saw you post that one in the Discord too. Why did I open Steam instead of Discord? Hold on. My Discord takes like 10 years to open up. I just need to like strictly use the one on my phone. That one's so nice and accessible. I want to move out there eventually if I never get the chance to. Michigan's Upper Peninsula is beautiful too, and they have similar like hills there. I think they're called like the Porcupine Mountains or something. I have family up there and it's beautiful, and Same, Rachel, my husband, and I are always like, yeah, retirement to the Black Hills sounds nice. We had a cabin, like a tiny little cabin in an old logging road, like way off the main roads in the middle of nowhere in the Black Hills, and it is my like happiest place in the world. There's like no internet connection. Hold on, my CPU is gonna drop. Discord is such a beast for my PC to run. Does that ever happen to anyone else if you access it on your computer? Speaking of PC, I've decided I am officially building a PC for the first time. Probably closer to the end of this year. We'll see. But I have like, I used computerbuilder.com or something. My husband directed me there. I have like a whole build set up. Like I know all the parts I want, and I went from not knowing like anything about computer parts to having preferences. So that's what I learned about recently. I always mix up. Okay, I mixed them up just reading them. My brain like totally lagged right there staring at your message, Anya. I always yep, Treasureland Royal Tower and Trail of the Twister. Yeah, they're synonymous to me too. I look at them and they mean the same thing to me. Using Discord alone works fine for me, but if I open it while in a Zoom meeting, yeah. If I have like my OBS running over here, or like gaming typically runs okay. It typically doesn't. But like if I'm like running Jackbox or something when my cousins and I do our little Discord games, horrible. I buffer for a second and then go, yes, that one. That's exactly what my brain does. You can like see the little loading symbol right here. Okay, where's our Discord? Yep, welcome everyone who's joined our Discord. We are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 members. I thought I also had someone else join, but I don't know where they went. So our happy little, it's quiet so far, but pamphlets equal pies. Hold on. Oh, thank you for the abbreviations. Okay, let's look at this together. I'm just making sure there's nothing like, okay, streamer modes enabled. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not going to like dox myself or something if I share my screen. I don't care if you see the Discords I'm a part of. That's fine. Okay. I'm just trying to make sure. I do this with like TikTok videos too, but like anytime I film my screen, I'm like terrified it's gonna like, I don't really care, I guess, if people figure out where I live. I'm not super secretive or, you know, whatever about it, but I'm just like, oh, what if the one wrong, I'm a mom, I worry. Okay. I think we're good. So here are all the acronyms. Thank you, Anya. This is incredibly useful. And the eras. Sorry, I'm reading at the same time. I should almost like pin this or something in the Nancy Drew pin message. There we go. Oh, okay. Anya's exams. So Anya passed her exams for the year, and she's completed her first year of uni, as they call it over there. I'm just so used to saying college. Oh my gosh. Hold on. The detail in that is incredible. Phenomenal work on that. That's gorgeous, Anya. And a book cover. Beautiful. Is this paint? Or what mediums did you use? I think that I'm going to guess pencil on this one. But no, this is gorgeous. Pass with flying colors, I would say. Beautiful. I love that these are what you get to do for exams too. I'm sure you have like classic stuff too, but oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing. Those are beautiful. And for anyone who's not, you know, familiar with our Discord yet, it's pretty much just like a regular other Discord that people run. There's like different, you know, little channels for everything. Anya did a phenomenal job setting it up. I literally like made the server one day and I was like, hey Anya, look, I finally made it. And I gave her like access to it and she just made everything in there perfectly, exactly the way like I pictured it. She just did it like 10 times faster than I ever would have been able to. So thank you again, Anya, for putting so much work into this. I so appreciate it. It's budding, but it's becoming a thing, and I'm happy to finally have it. Used acrylic, watercolor, and colored pencils. Ooh. I love how it turned out. Oh my gosh. It looks incredible. If you ever need a side gig for teaching in your summers and stuff, art is your calling for sure. Yeah, so just we'll do a little like tour too. We have, our rules aren't anything too new for Discords. It's just, be nice, basically, the golden rule. No sharing links to you guys you'll read it if you have to join. We have our little like, I do need to get a bot to be able to, I just found a bot today for this, so I just need to get it set up where it'll notify you guys if you have notifications on different things. We have Yap Central over here with all the different topics, game topics. Feel free if there's anything you want added. I'm so happy to add things. Just put that. I think we have suggestions. Put it in suggestions. Our little hobby corner where we can share our hobbies and whatnot and creative activities. And then we do have admin stuff at the bottom. It's not that secret. But we do have our like, voice channels too if we ever wanted to like do watch parties, watch, movies together or play games together or do anything like that. Co-working streams. Sometimes I like to body double and do that kind of thing. So this is a little tour of what we have so far. Thank you for letting me show you around. Stream chat has the electrical company coloring stuff. The electrical I don't think I ever talked to an electrical guy in my life. They never came to our school. The firemen? Always. They would like bring their trucks over. I think they were just bored sometimes. Just a bunch of volunteer firefighters whose kids were probably in school anyways. Well, my throat is sufficiently sore now. And I'm stuffy because I always get a stuffy nose from talking too much. But thank you guys for a really fun stream. This one, we didn't have any tech issues this time. I will be honest, the tech issues were discouraging me a little bit there. And I was like, I want streams to work, but I have not so much anxiety, but I have like an acceptable amount of anxiety around tech issues when they happen. My internet will cut out. I think my CPU like cuts out sometimes, or I don't know. It's something with my laptop. Hopefully a new PC build will eliminate that issue. But no tech issues this time. Finally, I don't think, or at least I wasn't aware of any. Thank you guys for showing up and chatting with us. I will see you then and I'll put this in the Discord. I'll put it on my Instagram story. I will see you guys on Sunday if you want to join us for the Wholesome Direct. I got invited to live stream it. It should be Sunday at 10:30 Central Time. So that would be like 8:30 East Coast. Actually, let me look. Nope, let me look. I know what I was going to show you guys. Maybe I'll copy and I'm going to post this in the Discord. Actually, let me pull that back up. Her Interactive sent me a fix for, I might be lagging. There we go. Her Interactive sent me a fix for their newer games on, hold on, Discord's hiding you guys right now. There we go. They sent me a fix for their newer games on Steam because they are not working for a lot of people currently. It may be fixed by now, but I will post that in the Discord so you guys have access to it as well. But Sunday, I just want to double check times for this. Wholesome Direct. Okay. It is June 7th, this Sunday, at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. So that's 11 a.m. Central time. Anya, for you, and I think Ikaray, were you in Germany? It would probably be, what do I add, like 7 hours? Be like late evening for you. I think I was totally off earlier, Anya, when I was saying it was like 3, 4 o'clock. That was not correct. So it'd be like 5, 6 o'clock for you guys. 5 p.m. ish. Yep. I will be going live at 10:30, a half an hour beforehand, just to get myself set up and get ready for it and stuff. So, yeah, we will watch it together. It's just a cozy game announcement, basically, where a bunch of like indie and cozy games are able to showcase all the different games that they have coming out, updates, things like that. I'm hoping for some more details about Tales of the Shire. I'm so excited for that game. I already pre-ordered my special I Am 8-bit copy. It's adorable, and I can't wait to get it. So we will do that on Sunday together, and maybe some other stuff if we're, vibing in here. And then, like I said, I will put the... I'm just trying to find the right email. Tech support. I'll put the tech support email in Discord for the Nancy Drew games in case anyone needs help with that. So with that, I will leave you guys for the day. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday and week. I will hopefully see you back here on Sunday. And thank you so much for being a part of the stream. I had a blast. Bye. Oh, wait.